ladies and gentlemen, your host, standing in at 4'11", Sam Shane Brown.
Office hours. We are live on the LTV network, and we're ready for another fantastic episode. I'm in an extra happy and good mood right now. You know, I'm always in a good mood. I never have a bad day. But I'm in an even happier mood right now because last weekend I had the opportunity to go see my Buffalo Bills, aka the best team in the NFL, destroy the Patriots. So yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm really happy. We have not one, not two, but three guests today. Let's introduce our first one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Miss Bannon. Okay. So look at that. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. We've been hard at work in preparation.
Yes.
We're gonna bring you guys one of our finest episodes yet.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna wait. We have two fan favorites on the show that will be joining us a little later.
I cannot wait.
But yes, so for now I have a few pre-prepared questions.
Okay. Should you introduce like who I am to you?
This is everybody who doesn't know who you are already.
Well, many people don't.
Really?
Not our relationship.
Okay.
How we know each other.
This is Miss Bannon. You may know her as Miss Stoddard.
Yeah.
She was my third grade teacher, and the guests that will be coming out, she was also their teacher. But yes, so we go way back.
Yes.
And she definitely has a few of those little embarrassing maybe stories of me. A lot of this show.
Who doesn't have embarrassing stories
does.
from elementary school?
A lot of this show just consists of making fun of me and my friends.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna play into that today.
Awesome.
So all right, here some of these first few more general questions.
Yeah.
There you go. What inspired you to become a teacher in the first place?
That's a really good question, and something I get asked a lot.
Yeah.
So when I was in elementary school, I struggled with reading and math a lot. And I had a teacher, a second grade teacher, who still teaches at Collins, Miss Gelman. And I also had a fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Lynn. You might know her, Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
And they really helped me, and I became confident and learned how to read and got much better at math. And I said to myself, I want to do that for kids one day. And I became a teacher.
Look at that. So
Yeah.
sort of giving back.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Okay, so what was it like the becoming a teacher?
Yes.
The process in that. What was it like studying to be a teacher?
So I'd say freshman and sophomore year was tough because you don't have experiences with children yet.
Right.
So you're just in class learning about being a teacher, but teaching is a hands-on experience. You need to learn how to be a teacher by being around kids.
Right.
So junior year is when you finally get to be around kids, and I had a lot of people in the program that once they got to junior year, they were like, I can't do this, and they had to switch majors.
Really?
Yeah, so I think just making sure you're around children or around the population that you want to work with is really important.
What was the first experience that you had in a classroom with children?
Gosh.
What was that like?
So the funny thing is, I went to Livingston High School myself, and so during the summers, I worked at the JCC summer camp, which I'm sure you're familiar.
Yeah.
Did you go to JCC?
No.
Where'd you go?
I went to
I'm talking like preschool.
right. I went to Geshier.
Okay. So the seniors now, I actually had as toddlers when I was in high school. Yeah, so I surrounded myself with kids early on, and I originally thought I wanted to be a preschool teacher. So then I just started teaching in Livingston.
Yeah. So about that, look at that. Already one of the questions that we had.
I'm leading into it.
Yeah, perfect. What is it like teaching in Livingston specifically?
So it's very interesting having been a student here because I know many of the teachers. I had your mother as a teacher, and your mother was pregnant with you when I had her as a teacher, which is even weirder.
That's really weird.
Yes,
actually.
yes. She was my sociology teacher.
Was
so
she a good teacher?
I loved her.
Really? Was
Yeah.
she like really hard or?
We had a rowdy class.
Okay.
She had to be strict.
Okay.
But I was someone who always followed the rules, and your mom would definitely say that. I think she could tell I probably wanted to be a teacher.
Yeah.
But I love teaching in Livingston. I like giving back to the community that I kind of helped form me. I definitely see changes in the way like classes run, which I appreciate. It's more like student to student focused as opposed to like working independently all the time, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
So it's been nice to see how it's changed.
Yeah.
Especially I Am Wired has changed.
Yeah, this has changed too.
Yeah.
In recent years. Oh, I'm hoping to be a member of AMWired next year.
Yeah.
I'll have to see
I
about
bet
that.
you will be.
Yeah.
I'll try to put in a good word.
Thank you very much. I bet there's like a lot of details that you don't notice as a student.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I think also too, as a kid, I don't think you realize how much goes into planning for a lesson. So while after a lesson you're like, yeah, that was a lot of fun, you don't realize as a kid how many hours of planning or what went into that. And I think being a teacher has shown me the appreciation of like how passionate people have to be about teaching in order to do it.
So what tips and tricks that can you give people that are wanting to teach at an elementary level? Because you said before being just around children.
I would say surround yourself with kids, because liking children is not enough to teach. You have to be passionate about learning, patient, and I think patience grows with time and with more practice being around kids. So I would just recommend that anyone that wants to go into teaching does some sort of like summer camp program, babysitting, nannying, something like that, so that they kind of have experience with children.
Okay, so I have one more question
Yes.
before we invite our good friends on.
Yep.
I asked the same thing to Dr. Block when he was on the show.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Do you have, what is like the strangest experience that you've had with another teacher, like out of the blue experience that you've had?
Oh my gosh. Well, I think the weirdest for me was showing up my first day of work. I didn't realize Mrs. Lynn worked in Livingston.
Oh.
Still, I thought she was, because when I had her, I went to Collins, and she was Miss Klein. And so I showed up the first day of school, and I was in the teacher's room, and I saw her, and we kind of had that, like, I walked in, and she looked at me, and she was like, no, you're not old enough to be doing this. And I was like, I'm just old enough to be teaching.
Wow.
And it was kind of like a full circle moment. And it was definitely weird going from being student teacher to teacher friendship.
Having your own.
Yeah. And the same thing happened with your mom. I had her as a teacher, and then I formed a teacher-parent relationship with her, and now we're friends.
Yeah.
So it's an evolving relationship, which is weird. You know?
Okay, so I think it's just about time to invite our good friends. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Benjamin Aronson and Dylan Tovitz to the set. As they struggle with the door. Yeah.
More of you.
I mean, that is true.
I love both of you equally.
That's
All
not
right.
true.
Well, welcome to the set, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for
Ben,
having us.
You were on the show last week.
I was on
Dylan, if I remember correctly, as you struggle with your mic.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the best place
Put it.
you're
Put it.
working.
Put it.
Yeah, we've always had issues.
Okay, there we go. The last time Dylan was on the show was when we did our Christmas special,
Oh, that's a great
which
episode.
was basically just a half an hour of the three of us eating different foods.
Holiday foods?
Holiday foods.
Oh, they were not that good.
They,
I'd be
they
surprised.
Were they Christmas holidays?
Yeah, they were Christmas holiday stuff. Not that good.
Did
We
you
had-
have a fruitcake?
We
That's-
did.
We
We
did.
did. We realized it was a fruitcake
We did.
afterward.
It's not good.
I
No.
thought it was just like a cinnamon muffin.
No,
but
no,
it was
no.
like,
It's chunks of fruit. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
it
It's
was-
not good.
that was not good.
It
yeah.
doesn't look appealing either.
No.
No, it looked like a weird muffin.
But
Yeah.
like, It was still a fun episode. We had Christmas music blaring in the background the entire episode.
I think anyone can enjoy Christmas music. I really do feel like it's. Oh no.
There gets to a point.
Oh, dude, I've reached that point with you, Sam.
I get that. I don't like when it starts in November. I think it should start in December.
Right.
And not be a 24/7.
Oh, dude, I think there should be Christmas music year round.
Year round? You don't think you get
January? I'm still jamming my to my music, my playlist on Spotify. Yeah.
Anyways, okay, we're getting off topic here.
I love Christmas, so you got me on that one.
So you were lucky enough to have Ben in 2nd grade and 3rd grade.
Yes, because I moved up with the grade.
Right.
Yep. I only kept and I didn't pick or anything. It was like
4 students.
It was 4. Was it 4?
It was 4.
5.
4.
Yeah. They originally were talking about moving me up with my entire class, and then I think just logistically it worked out that it was only 4. Or
I actually remember the 4 people too.
wow, you have a good memory.
Myra Mizra, Spencer Horowitz, me, Joey Goldstein.
Yes.
What was going through your mind when you're like, oh no, I have Ben again?
No.
So I loved Ben from the second I met him. He had a great personality. He was always super kind.
So amazing.
And I was emailing with your mom after you found out, because she found out first, your mom. And you came home from camp, and she recorded you on tape finding out. And it was if anyone needs to know why they're a teacher, it was that video of Ben being like, oh my gosh.
And I also
how's that possible?
Yeah, I also had a really good class that year too. I mean, it was a good teacher. I had you two, a couple other of my friends.
Yep.
It's a good year.
So, okay. Which one of us is the most like we were when we were in 3rd grade? Like right now, who's the most? Because we've all changed in certain ways, but I feel like there's some.
Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me?
Okay, I'd say Ben has the same exact personality.
Really?
And goofiness. You're still very goofy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm very goofy.
But you all have very similar traits. Like Dylan was always the kindest. No offense to you guys, but he was always very kind and always conscientious of what he was saying. And Sam was always very intense and passionate.
That's me.
And this show shows the intense passion has continued.
It certainly has.
But I'd say Ben, like silly-wise and goofy-wise, it's exactly as I expected.
Ben still has the silly factor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
for
you.
sure.
I hope you keep that through high school.
I will.
I know you will.
Okay, so we said, my next question was gonna be, what's one word you would use to describe each of us in 3rd grade?
I think I just answered it, right?
Goofy, kind, and intense.
Intense sounds bad, though. I mean it in the best way possible.
Yeah, passionate.
Like if we did a writing assignment, let's say, maybe you guys got a page done. I looked in Sam's and he had 7 pages written in his notebook.
I'd be surprised
you
if I
all
had
knew
one
it
page.
too. You were like, Sam never stops writing. He loves writing.
He does.
Yeah.
So do you have any maybe embarrassing stories about a few of us? Maybe some of us more than others?
You can start with
That
this
you would like
embarrassing
to
story
share.
of Sam, if that's possible.
I mean, I don't have Sam embarrassing. I have a Sam and Dylan story.
I want to hear
and
this.
I have a Ben story.
Because I was the favorite, so that's
Oh. Well, I had
You were
you
the
two,
goofiest.
I had you 2 years, so I have stories over 2 years. But Sam and Dylan were in a band together.
Oh, yeah.
I know the story.
And they have resolved these band issues since. But as a teacher, after lunch and recess, you are like a guidance counselor. You're dealing with all these things. Someone comes back crying, someone comes back with an ice pack, someone comes back with their nose running because they were crying. And the two of you, who were best friends, would not sit near each other. And I was like, something is going on. So first I pulled Sam in the hallway. And I was like, Sam, what's going on? And you were like, the band broke up. And I'm really upset. And these are 8-year-olds, so just keep this in mind. And I'm trying so hard to not react by laughing because it's funny.
Right.
Because it's like so cute and sweet
My
that you're.
intensity was shining through.
Yes, and you were like, I really want to make it, and we need to practice, and blah, blah, blah. And so, Sam's intensity. And so I'm like, okay, let me have a conversation with Dylan about it. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. So I pulled Dylan in the hallway, and again, most kind and compassionate and just always thinking and probably afraid of Sam's intensity in that moment. And you came outside and you were like, listen, I just have a lot of responsibilities. I'm juggling schoolwork, and I'm juggling baseball, and I'm juggling all this stuff, and I just can't keep up with the band. And I really wanted to burst out laughing because it was so sweet that you were trying to juggle all these things and figure it out, and you didn't want it to ruin the friendship. And so I kind of had a conversation with you about, like, you know, Dylan has a lot going on. He's got baseball, he's got school, and he's trying to balance all that, so maybe the band has to take a back burner. And I ended up emailing or talking to both of your parents at parent-teacher conferences, and I was like, I feel like I just watched the elementary school Beatles break up, and this is a historic moment, and I'll always remember it.
Yeah, there was a moment there where our friendship was at stake, Dylan, because you didn't want to be in my band.
Yeah.
How
You guys will always have that story, though.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know?
That's why that means she got stronger.
Notice how he said you didn't want to be in my
Our band. That may have been the
Sam's
reason.
intensity right
Our
there,
Sam's
right?
intensity.
Sorry.
There it is.
band story.
Okay, I have two Ben stories. The first one involved what every person has gone through in elementary school, and it's the transition from like 3rd to 4th grade where your armpits start to smell, right? Not
Right.
Ben's, I'm talking about
The class in general.
And so at
was
first
a
I had the
very
nurse
clean
come
person.
in and talk to everyone about hygiene and thinking about wearing deodorant or what kind of was best for you. Do you remember that conversation?
I think I do.
I think I do
Yeah.
as well.
And I kind of just said, listen, guys, you're going to start stinking under your armpits. Maybe go home and think about deodorant. And so Ben, at the end of the day, walks up to me, and he's
Put my
like,
hood up.
do you like roses or fresh scent? And I had no idea what he was talking about. I was like passing out homework or doing something, and I was like, I like roses. And so the next day, I think nothing of it. The next day, as I'm greeting all of them, he puts his armpit in my face. And he's like, I got rose deodorant for you, Miss Bannon. And it wasn't, Ben wasn't even
Smelly.
smelly. Right.
Thank
So
you for that amazing story.
good one.
I have one question. Was the Domino's pizza, was that 3rd grade? Did you ever know about that?
Hold on, did you see him just change that?
Yeah, very
subject.
smooth change of
But
subject.
it just goes to show you Ben was always sweet and thoughtful, and
Oh, yeah, thank you.
he took that to heart and went and got deodorant that night.
Look at that.
Yeah, definitely didn't steal my mom's.
You're making it even more.
You're like, Mom has rose and fresh scent at home.
I don't even know. I don't remember most of that. I remember like some of it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but no,
See, as a
but
team these little moments like stick in your head
Yeah.
of stories that you can tell.
Okay.
And that's one of them.
So, all right. I think here's what we're gonna do. We found these past writing works
Yes.
by the three of us
Yes.
that I think we're each gonna stand up and we're gonna present for the class.
no.
No, for the show. And then afterwards, if we have more time, we can enjoy another embarrassing Ben story.
I will say, these writing pieces are very characteristic of who all of you are.
Okay.
lazy. That's mine.
No, that is not true.
I think Ben should go first, so we make sure we get his in.
Yeah. So Ben.
What? No.
Ben will go first. Ben, please. Exactly the way you wrote
Yeah,
it.
he's gonna try to like.
Don't
Okay.
change it, please.
All right.
Because don't change a single word. Just bring it out. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Mr.
so
Wall.
much, Alex.
What's
Okay.
the topic of this?
Crimes.
Oh,
Bye.
so just to preface this was a unit on a speech. You had to give a speech about something you were passionate about, and
Yes, I'm
Ben was
passionate about
passionate
crimes.
about crime.
Why don't we start here?
No, I'm gonna.
Okay,
I'm
fine, we'll just let.
by
my take.
Benjamin Aronson. That's my full name. Why is there 12 million crimes per year? People are losing money. Everyone must ask themselves, are you a robber? If you steal something from someone, then yes. Even if you steal something from your best friend as a joke, you're still considered a robber. I think there should be
Wrong there.
I think there should be consequences.
Consequence.
Consequence, sorry.
That was a
Please
big
don't
word,
be a
though.
robber. My first reason is people lose important stuff. When people get robbed, they mostly lose stuff like jewelry, money, paintings, homes, cars, bikes. I capitalized like half of these when they shouldn't be. And kids!
Stealing kids.
When the robber gets it,
Get
when the robber get it, he sell or ask for money and use the money to buy stuff.
If you're lost and can't understand him, you're supposed to be lost. So.
Yeah, this is what I
okay,
wrote.
this is very well structured for 3rd grade. So
Right.
I'm just putting that out there.
Okay,
Thank
keep
you.
going.
We need to stop being robbers.
Keep going.
Another reason is people get kidnapped. Someone in our school almost got kidnapped.
That was right after like the white van craziness.
isn't the golden
yeah,
van?
that was the whole
or the
thing.
golden van.
Yeah.
Kidnapping can lead to losing your mom and dad. Wow.
That is bold.
Yeah. This is not double-sided right now. When the kidnapper gets the kid, he asks for ransom.
There you go.
Ransom means ask for money.
Okay. Sort of.
We need to stop being robbers.
Robbers.
This next one's my favorite.
Oh no. My final reason is robberies. There are about 12 million robberies per year.
Statistics, facts, all
Yeah,
good
that
stuff.
was
I know it's horrible. People lose stuff from robbers. You can get killed. That's called murder.
Martyr.
No, how's it actually spelled then?
Martyr. Martyr is very bad. There's about 6 million bank robberies per year. It's worse than it sounds. We need to change this. All right.
Okay, you don't want to read the conclusion?
I'm going to
That's
finish
fine.
this.
Oh, you are
Let me
gonna
leave
finish
you with my final thought. Crimes are destroying our world. Join me in your fight to stop crimes. You could start by keeping important stuff in special places. Go
Why'd you
outside
put keeping
with an
with a
adult.
Y?
And when you leave the house, turn off the alarm. It should be turn on the alarm. Close your eyes and imagine a world with your money, mom, dad, and important stuff.
Turn off the alarm.
Oh, I love
With
this.
no
Hey, don't crumble it. I want it.
Okay,
crimes.
I'm going to point out some good things about it. Well
Okay.
structured,
And then
Let's
we'll
grade
point
it.
out some
Let's
bad
grade
things.
it.
well structured.
All right,
Had
let's grade this.
statistics.
Grade this
He
as a
had 3 reasons, and he had a closing.
great. Let's grade this as Ben being in 3rd grade, not Ben being.
Grammar. You didn't use the right there a single time. It was all
I hope you noticed. I missed that day when we learned that, and I still don't know the difference.
That's why. You
I
still
can
don't know the
teach you.
difference?
Still don't know the
Perfect.
difference.
So there
between
is like
theirs.
there it is, and there's like that's there.
Oh,
Structured.
thank you,
Dylan, that's
Dylan.
not going to help him.
Yeah, that really isn't gonna help.
When
us.
when it's EI.
I
it's
know
possessive.
there are. I know that one.
Okay.
There is possession, and then there is
Which
like.
yeah, but like which there are you talking about?
Still don't know.
Okay.
Kind of concerning.
I'll go next.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe yours is probably long,
mine
so
is
maybe
pretty
read
long.
like not all
I'll
of it
skip
because
through
people are
the
gonna get
points.
bored.
Just keep in mind,
I just want to point out your amazing spelling right there.
Okay, this is-
best speller in the world.
My mom's not gonna be happy about my.
Wait, what
that
do you
is a
what do you
word.
spell wrong?
Anyways, you'll see. So
Before Sam starts this, he was very passionate about religious discrimination, starting at a very young age.
Yeah.
I wonder who he gets it from.
Yes.
Religious Discrimination by Sam Shambrown. Religious discrimination is unequal treatment, very, all caps, unequal treatment of groups based on beliefs. Why should this even be something? This is something we need to end. As of 2009 to 2010, this is a stat,
Statistics.
I had stats
countries such as Saudi Arabia and Egypt had very high restrictions to religious freedom. Very high restrictions.
You repeated it.
Yeah, I repeated it. Why should this be happening? Why? Jews make up 1% of the population, yet 85% of the world had discrimination against them. 85% of the world. I like repeating what I already said. Yeah.
Is there like a requirement on this paper to have like specific parts capitalized? Because
So-
ultimately listed that.
So it was supposed to be if you were emphasizing a word. We learned about how in speeches there's like certain lines that you emphasize, and I think Sam took it to a new level.
I mean, I also had some capital.
right, I'm
gonna
in
skip-
there.
I'm gonna
Okay, yeah,
skip-
let's
gonna
get to
skip
the
through.
good part.
Get to the good part. What'd you spell wrong?
My
We're
first
short on
reason why
time.
we should try hard to stop religious discrimination is it could cause war.
Yep.
It go to that religion and make them want to fight.
Wow.
That could be a nightmare to just the two groups that are fighting, but it could also be a nightmare to the country, the continent, maybe even the whole half of the world.
Just
The
half.
whole half of the world.
Good job,
Just half.
Sam.
Here's the word. The Nazis.
Do you spell Nazis wrong?
N-A-T-Z.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Sorry,
Your
Mom.
mom's gonna disown
Yeah,
you.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Your
Skip to,
mom.
is that the only good part? I'm gonna
But
skip to
again,
the good
this
one.
kid in 3rd grade wrote a speech about religious
Give me
discrimination.
some. Give
And
me,
to be fair, that is how it sounds.
yeah.
Like-
Yeah, he did it very phonetically.
The Nazis didn't like the Jews, and if you about that atrocious to the
Wow,
that
atrocious.
whole half of the world, because that affected every single Jew in that area. Religious discrimination could lead to war. I'm gonna let me
skip
skim
to the good
through
parts.
this. I'm gonna read all the capitalized words. Ready?
That's a good idea.
Awful, intolerant, heartless. Stop religious discrimination. Much. Outrageous.
Yeah.
Terrified. Stop it now. In conclusion, I leave you with this. Religious discrimination is destroying many religious activities. Help teach more about this and end it. You could teach your younger sibling about this or your children if you are a parent. Just picture a great peaceful world with free and happy religions.
All right.
See, you'll notice you both offer solutions. That was part of the speech.
Here, Alex, I'll take mine now. We don't have a lot of time, but
Here's Yankees.
You guys, you also have a lot of capitalization, so
yeah.
So
I
I
do.
guess it
Mine
was
is
part
about
of the project.
bullying.
Bullying. Yep.
Wow, dude, we did really important stuff. Crimes, bullying.
We addressed some serious world topics.
All right, let's see. Why is it that 90% of kids in the world are being bullied? Do you hear me? 90%. Everyone in this room should be asking themselves, have you ever bullied someone? If yes, then you are part of this group. You are part of the problem, but that doesn't mean you can't be part of the solution.
Great line.
There you go.
That is great.
I think that bullies should have to go to special school to learn how to be kind and respectful. If we stop bullying, then we can make our world a better place. Okay, then.
So you have a lead.
So you're gonna select the children that you believe are bullies to go
And
to a
send them-
separate.
yeah.
Okay.
That's it for them, yeah.
So then I talk about the different kinds of bullying, like physical bullying is when you are constantly hurting someone. Another kind of bullying is when you are constantly spreading
Constantly,
rumors
both in
and teasing
caps.
someone constantly. That's probably
3
like repetition.
times?
Yeah.
It was supposed to be like that.
Trying to reinforce it.
But like
Yeah.
that is just.
As a matter of fact, do not start a group of bullying. Why not? Because bullying tends to make other people also want to join in and help you bully someone. If you ever thought about bullying someone, you need to rethink that idea.
Let's stop bullying.
Let's
you forgot
stop
that
bullying.
part.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of skipping through. All right. Bullying is constantly ruining people's lives. You can help stop this by standing up for the person that is being bullied. Yes, you will see someone being bullied because 1 out of every 10 students drop out of school
Statistics.
because they're being bullied. If you are a bully, then just don't be. It's as simple as that. Just close your eyes and imagine a world where everybody's nice to each other. Together we can stop bullying.
That was in caps.
Yeah, that wasn't
Great, great
That
job.
was
I'd say mine has very few grammatical errors.
But you'll notice you were writing 5-paragraph essays in 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Wow,
we
Dylan.
have to
Always,
go for
always
Funny,
going
because
above
I feel
and
like
beyond.
teachers now don't really. I've like moved away from 5-paragraph
Yes,
essays.
it's a
They're
thesis
like,
statement in the body paragraph.
yep,
usually.
and then-
right.
Yeah. It's, if you notice between all 3 of yours, they were very formulaic, right?
Yeah.
Like, they had the lead in. But again, you were looking up some pretty like serious statistics.
We were.
Yeah, dude. Crimes,
3rd grade.
Crimes,
bullying,
The amount of martyrs per year.
murders.
Martyrs.
It's pretty crazy. I have one more question for Bannon.
Yes.
What's your favorite memory of all 3 of us in 3rd grade?
Gosh.
There's too many.
Slash
I
the
don't-
whole class.
So I'll be honest, it's not from 3rd grade. I think it would be, well, wait, when you guys met my dog, because I always,
Oh, that was me.
That was-
You guys didn't do that. That was my class.
No, I think no.
It was
I think-
2nd grade.
Wasn't it in like Sam Braverman's backyard? or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
so as a teacher without children, yes, I had a dog who was very funny, and I could use him as examples in my stories, and I feel like through that, you guys became as obsessed with him as I was. I even got Christmas gifts for my dog. And at the end of the year, you guys all met him. And I remember being very nervous because he had been around kids before and he's super friendly, but I was a little nervous about him around 24
Yeah.
children. And he handled it like a champ. He was good.
Yeah.
And you guys were all very excited. I think you felt like he was a celebrity. So that was probably my favorite moment. Or your 5th grade trip. Because I went on
That
your 5th
was
grade trip.
Oh, yeah,
that,
that-
The camp.
Camp.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah,
That
I
was bad.
chaperoned it, and I think we all took a picture together.
Yeah, and we went on one of those little boats, those paddle boats.
Yep.
Yeah, the pedal ones.
And your
they were-
mom took a video of me ziplining. I was so nervous, and I was behind a bunch of kids, and I was like, I can't not do this when all these kids are behind
I gotta
me.
show them how cool I am.
Yes, and so your mom was on the other end, and she recorded a whole video of me.
I remember that
That
day.
was
That's a good
fun.
day.
That was
Yeah, it
fun.
was a good day.
I forget what the trip used to be, but I think that was.
No, it was supposed to be a
that
boat
was-
ride.
It was
The
like
boat
a
ride around
boat
the
ride.
city.
But
Oh
that
yeah,
didn't
that would
end
have been fun too.
Anyways, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Office Hours. We're gonna be back next week. I think maybe you might get a special guest host.
Ooh, I wonder who that's gonna be.
All right, everybody, watch us. Follow us on Instagram at Office Hours LTV, on YouTube at Office Hours LTV, if you have interest in being a guest,
underscore?
DM us, do all that stuff. And yeah, Sam Chamber, I'm signing off. See you next week.